Every dad wants the same thing deep down. You want your kid to walk into a room and own it. To try new things without freezing up. To fail, dust themselves off, and go again without needing anyone to rescue them. But here's the question nobody really answers. Where does that kind of confidence actually come from? Because it doesn't come from trophies. It doesn't come from telling your kid they're amazing every 5 minutes. Research in developmental psychology shows it comes from something far more specific. And fathers play a role that is irreplaceable. Today on Baby Secrets, I'm breaking down 5 ways dads build unshakable confidence in their kids, backed by real psychology, and things you can start doing this weekend. And stick around to the end, because if you're a busy dad who barely has time to breathe, I've got one single thing you can do starting tonight that makes a bigger difference than you'd expect. Let's get into it. First, let's reframe what confidence actually is, because most of us get this wrong. Confidence isn't a personality trait. It's not something kids are born with or without. Psychologists call it self-efficacy, the internal belief that I can figure this out. And here's the thing about self-efficacy. It's not built by being told you're great. It's built through small, repeated experiences of doing hard things and surviving. That's where dads come in. Studies show that fathers tend to show up differently than mothers in a child's development. Not better, not worse, just different in a way that's critically important. Dads are more likely to push, to challenge, to let kids wobble before catching them. Psychologist Joseph Pleck at the University of Illinois identified 2 distinct dimensions of father involvement: caregiving and play engagement. And it's that second one, the rough and tumble, let's figure it out play style, that's uniquely tied to a child's ability to take risks and handle pressure later in life. In short, dad is the launch pad. And these 5 habits are how you use it. Way number 1. Let them struggle on purpose. Picture this. Saturday morning. Your 6-year-old is wrestling with his shoes. You can see it. The laces are a disaster. Frustration is building. And your hand is itching to just fix it. Don't. Not yet. Because that moment of struggle, that tiny, low-stakes battle, is exactly where confidence gets forged. When you step back and let him figure it out, you're sending a message that goes deeper than words. I believe you can handle this. Psychologists call this mastery experience, and it's considered the single most powerful source of self-efficacy. When a child solves a problem on their own, even a small one, their brain registers, I did that. I can do hard things. Now, here's the key. You're not being cold. You're not ignoring him. You're present, watching, ready, but you're giving him the gift of the attempt. Your move. Next time your kid hits a snag with something they're capable of handling, pause for 30 seconds before jumping in. Let them feel the challenge. Then if they need you, be there. But give them the first shot. Way number 2, get goofy. Seriously, get goofy. Canadian developmental psychologist Daniel Paquette coined a term, playful fathering. The rough, silly, slightly chaotic style of play that dads tend to bring to the table. Think backyard wrestling, racing to the mailbox, dad pretending to lose at arm wrestling and the kid knowing you're pretending but loving it anyway. This kind of play isn't just fun, it's functional. When kids roughhouse with their dads, they're learning, without knowing they're learning, how to regulate emotion, how to read social cues, how to push limits and then pull back. They're building what researchers call challenge resilience. And more than anything, when dad is laughing, when dad is being a total goofball right alongside them, kids receive an unconscious signal. This world is safe. Trying things is fun. Failure isn't the end of the world. Your move. This week, let your kid beat you at something ridiculous. A race. An arm wrestle. A burping contest. Let the joy be loud. That laughter is literally wiring their brain for courage. Way number 3, laugh first when they fall. Here's something counterintuitive. Your kid tries to jump over a puddle, doesn't make it, lands in it completely, soaked, looks up at you, waiting, and you laugh. Not at them, with them. Oh man, that was epic. You almost had it. Watch what happens next. 9 times out of 10, they laugh too. And they try again. That moment, the dad laughing first, is doing something powerful psychologically. It reframes failure as data, not disaster. It tells the child, the people I trust most aren't afraid of my mistakes. So maybe I don't need to be either. Psychologist Ann Maston at the University of Minnesota, who has spent decades studying resilience in children, found that a failure-tolerant environment, where mistakes are met with warmth rather than anxiety, is one of the core predictors of psychological resilience in kids. Your reaction to their stumbles is teaching them how to react to their own stumbles for the rest of their lives. Your move. Practice the laugh first reflex. When your kid takes a spill, trips, or botches something small, let your first reaction be warmth and humor, not worry. You're building their floor. Way number 4. Notice the small wins out loud. I did it, Dad. Look. Does your kid say that to you? Because if they do, how you respond in the next 3 seconds matters more than you might think. Not every win needs a parade, but every win deserves to be seen. Here's what the research says, though, and this part trips up a lot of parents. Psychologists Claudia Mueller and Carol Dweck at Columbia University ran studies showing that praising a child's talent, "You're so smart," actually undermines their resilience. But praising their effort and process, "You really kept going even when it got hard," builds it. So instead of, "You're amazing," try, "You kept at it. I saw that. That took guts. Good for you. You figured that out yourself. That's a big deal." One line, one moment of being seen. That's what confidence is built from. Not grand gestures, but a dad who notices. Your move. Today, catch your kid doing something small and say it out loud. Specifically, effort-focused. Watch their face. Way number 5. Do it with them first. There's something almost magical about a dad saying, "Here, let's do it together," instead of, "Go ahead, you try." When a child is facing something new, something that feels just slightly beyond their reach, the presence of a parent doing it alongside them does something deeply psychological. It's not hand-holding. It's modeling courage in real time. Psychologist Albert Bandura, who developed the theory of self-efficacy, identified observational learning as one of its 4 core sources. When a child watches someone they admire doing something, and especially doing it joyfully, not perfectly, their brain registers. If he can do it, maybe I can too. So next time your kid hesitates at the top of the climbing wall, or stares at the deep end of the pool, or doesn't want to try the new food, don't push from behind. Climb up there with them. Stand at the edge with them. Take a bite first with a big stupid grin. That shared bravery is worth 1,000 pep talks. Your move. Find one thing your kid has been avoiding this week. Don't coach, don't push. Just say, "Want to try it together?" And then actually do it with them. Now, you might be wondering, can't any parent do these things? And the honest answer is, yes, mostly. But here's why the dad piece matters specifically. Neuroscientist Ruth Feldman at Yale's Child Study Center found that mothers and fathers tend to activate different neural regions in their children's developing brains. Maternal bonding is strongly tied to emotional security and empathy development. Paternal engagement, especially the active, challenge-based kind, is more strongly linked to exploratory behavior and behavioral regulation. Translation: Mom helps kids feel safe at home. Dad helps kids feel safe in the world. Both are essential, but they're not identical. And a child who has a dad leaning into that role, even imperfectly, carries a measurably different relationship with challenge and risk. You're not just a second parent. You're a different kind of anchor. Okay, I promised this at the top. If you are slammed, Working crazy hours, running on empty, feeling like you barely see your kids, here is the one thing that moves the needle more than anything else. When your kid tells you about something they're trying or doing, stop what you're doing, look at them and say, "That's really cool. How'd you do that? Tell me more." That's it. No advice, no fixing, no redirecting. Just, "I see you. I'm interested. You matter." Psychologists call this unconditional positive regard. And studies show that a child who regularly receives it from their father carries a deeper reservoir of self-worth into adulthood, regardless of how much raw time was logged. You don't need to be a perfect dad. You don't need to be a Pinterest dad with a backyard obstacle course and a woodworking shop. You just need to be a dad who shows up in the moment and means it. So there you have it. 5 ways dads build unshakable confidence. Let them struggle. On purpose. Get goofy. It's literally science. Laugh first when they fall notice and name the small wins. Do it with them, not just for them. Your kid doesn't need a hero. They need you, present, interested, and willing to laugh at a puddle jump gone wrong. Start with one of these today. Just one. See what changes. If this hit home for you, share it with another dad who needs to hear it. And subscribe to Baby Secrets, because every week we bring you the science and the stories behind raising kids who are genuinely ready for this world. I'll see you in the next one.